Welcome back to MVL Leasing's YouTube page. Today we're behind the wheel of probably the most sought after performance SUV, the Lamborghini Urus. This is a 22, so it's not the SE, but again, for the money, this is an incredible daily car. Yes, I said a daily. You could daily a Urus. It's comfortable, it's spacious, it's practical, it's fun to drive. So if you have kids or whatever it is and a sports car doesn't really fit what you're looking for, the Urus is, I would say it's probably the best option out there. It's an 8-speed transmission. It's a 4.0 liter V8. It's got 641 horsepower. Let's test it. Sounds incredible, drives great, transmission's quick. The car it's kind of perfect, to be honest with you. It's tough to knock a Urus. This isn't a Performante, so a Performante would be more so of like the track version of this car, but that's like a whole other beast. You get carbon fiber hood, you got a lot more horsepower. The way that car handles daily, like the suspension and everything, it's a lot harder. It's a lot more like tuner spec, you could say, because it is very much so a track focused performance SUV, where your normal Urus would be kind of like the perfect balance of the sports car that you would want to have, but it just doesn't fit your lifestyle. But you still want something fun, looks incredible, and practical. So again, 4.0 liter V8. It's a twin turbo engine. You got 641 horsepower. The car that we're in is a 22. Now a new Urus is well over 400,000. Uruses hold really well. So like from an investment standpoint, like putting your money in a Urus isn't ever a bad option, because like if you were to lease it for 2-3 years, like the odds of you having equity or driving the vehicle for, let's say, like $20,000 a year are very high. And what are you going to buy in this market for $20,000? Like a Hyundai Elantra, I think the MSRP of that car is like $32,000 now. So it is a lot more money up front, yes, but I think when you're trading it in and you look at the actual cost of what you spent on the vehicle, like you'd be pretty impressed how much you're spending. But in this particular spec, you have a lot of ad persona in the car. So you got the blue interior with the black deviated stitch. I think it's really nice, it's unique. Urus, you see a lot of like white, black and red. You don't really see this blue interior often. So when I see it, I do appreciate it a lot because it's different, and cosmetically, I think it looks incredible. You have the carbon fiber interior, so our full dash, like everything here is carbon fiber. The center touchscreen, this is all wrapped around in carbon fiber. The exterior on this car is finished in the high gloss black, which I love. The carbon fiber is a great option for the exterior pack. But then again, like if I were to do that on my car, I'd be pretty nervous about every rock hitting it because it's pretty expensive to replace. To have a full diffuser in carbon, it's a hefty price tag. But that being said, we got the high gloss black 23-inch forged rims that match. We'll go over the exterior in the car later on so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. The exterior is white, it's balloon white, which is really nice. And what I want to do is, because we're behind the wheel, is talk less about the features, more of what this car is like behind the wheel. All right. Okay, so I'm currently in Strada, which is your everyday drive mode. And like seamless power. I just went from like 40 to 90 pretty quick. Drive modes are just right here. It's pretty cool. I like the way it's laid out. You can change your drive modes on the fly. So now I'm in sport. Sport's gonna stiffen my dampers. It's gonna give me a heavier wheel. It's gonna be a lot more responsive. Even the throttle, like it's a bit more punchy. Corsa, that's going to be like your Sport Plus in the average car, and that's where you'll feel like, wow, sorry, took my breath away there. It sounds corny, but genuinely, I love the Urus. Driving this car the way it's meant to be driven, which is hard, in Corsa, it is an experience. Like, you don't really receive this kind of performance in any other SUV at all. And the paddles, like, if you choose to drive like a sports car, like if you like the analog, old-fashioned manual, like the transmission is super responsive. As I'm changing gears here, it's doing everything that I would expect it to do. And what I do love about it is the RPM, it redlines at 7,000, but it'll hold your RPM. Yeah, like it's holding it at 3,000 right now, which is incredible. And then automatically, because I was in manual, I hit the brakes, it downshifted quickly for us to 1. Again, engine braking is huge. It helps the lifespan of your brakes if you're doing a lot of city driving or highway driving. All right, so now we'll show you a bit of what the steering wheel looks like, the cluster, and how everything works. So right off the bat, if you were a previous Audi owner, you can kind of tell like this is definitely Volkswagen and it is definitely Audi, because my Q5 steering wheel looks almost the exact same, which they should change a bit because the MSRP is significantly different. But what this is going to do, it's going to change the information on the left-hand side. So you could toggle through things like your phone, what's connected, your navigation will tell you left and right, how many kilometers to turn. And then I think you can also scroll up and down here. Yeah. So you could scroll up and down and that'll just be like your trip A, trip B, driver assistance, because it does have adaptive cruise control in the car. Now, if you were to click back, it would bring you here. And now you can completely customize this side. So you'll see like my power, my torque, or you can change the display. And then you'll see like where the vehicle is at while you're driving. And then this is going to be a pretty cool display of where the power is going in the car. So you can see as I accelerate the boost, you can see where you're at within the engine. And if I click it once again, it's just going to tell me the time and the date. And then you'll have on the right hand side answer, hang up phone calls, and as well as like voice control. So you'll be able to say, call Jonathan, call whoever. And then this is a shortcut key button. So you can program this to a list of options. And then on the right hand side, that's going to be your volume control, which is pretty straightforward and standard on almost every vehicle out there now. All right, so that's just a quick video of what it's like to be behind the Urus. We didn't go over much, but that's what the intent of the video was, just so you could see how the gear shift. Let us know what you think of this type of content. And again, please like and subscribe. It helps us grow the channel, get the cars that you want us to review. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.